Hello and welcome to our second video in the Windows and eBackpack video series. In this particular video we're going to learn about My Files, and you can access My Files either from the home screen here in this tile or by right-clicking or dragging down on your screen and going through the nav bar if you're somewhere else other than the home page. Remember, My Files is your personal and private storage that has virtually unlimited space for you to use and remains with a teacher from year to year. So if I go ahead and I select My Files, when I come in I will see that I have different types of files. I have my assignment folders, my storage folders, along with all of my files that are not already within a folder. So what we need to do is we need to pull up the app bar, and here we have all of our options to add content to our My Files. So first, starting in the bottom right, you can add a file, whether that's from your computer or an external account like Google Drive. You can add a new .txt note, you can create a video, photo, new audio, you can add a document, you can add a new folder or a new assignment. So let's look at adding a document. This is the first time that eBackpack has had this option where you can add a new blank PDF. If I right click, I can see here that if I fit this to page, you'll see that this is just one single page. I can add a page in here, and those pages can be a college ruled paper, wide ruled, graphing paper, or even a music staff. I believe if I add that music staff in, it does not give you bass or treble clef, so you get to determine which clef you're going to be using. Additionally, we have all of these tools that you can use to annotate this document. Let me go ahead and zoom back in so that we can see a little bit clearer. And I'm going to select freehand. You can choose your color, the opacity, the thickness, and anything else that you need to. I'm drawing on a computer, so forgive my terrible writing skills, but this is our freehand option. Again, I'm writing on the computer, so handwriting's not the greatest. You can also choose your highlighter. It's automatically set to a 0.5 opacity and a 9-point thickness, so that it's a little bit thicker. And you can come in and draw in your highlighter color. Say that you actually want a different color, maybe you want an orange highlighter. You can come in then and change your highlighter color. Our next feature is the free text. So if I click anywhere on the screen that I want my free text, I can type in that free text. Now let's say that I don't want that text to be red. I can come in and I can change that color to black. I can change the font size to be just a little bit bigger, and I can select done. Now this page is not big enough to show me all of my fonts, so I had to drag that box open maybe a little bit bigger with a little bit of computer lag time there. Alright, next we can add an image file, and that image file, as you can see here, can either be something that you use or you capture right there with your device, or that you access via your computer, and it will place that image directly on this document. Next, you have a media file, and what that means is any media file that's already existing. So a teacher could embed a video within a document along with maybe some notes, or you can record new video or audio and embed them right onto this page. The next feature here is for our teachers when they're grading. Here are all the stamps that are available to you, so you select your stamp, touch the screen, and drag that stamp wherever you need it. And our last option that's the same as the iPad is the shape. Again, we have the rectangle, ellipse, line, but we've also added in this arrow. So again, you can change your color and the thickness. And so here I have my new arrow. If I select done, I can come in and I want to change this color to a blue arrow, and there we have it. This last option that is new, that is not on the iPad, is the sticky note. You can select that, drop in a sticky note anywhere on the page, and select save. So that's kind of a hidden sticky note for your students they would have to tap on and select it to view it. So you can come down and right click or drag up the screen and save here or save as. If you save, it's just going to create a new file there in your My Files. Now that this is saved, I'm ready to select the back button, and I will see that my new file, which I did not rename, is right here. So now let's talk about actually renaming this file. All I have to do is select this file. If you are on a touchscreen, that's a long press and hold. If you are on a computer, that's a right click with your mouse. And here you'll pull up all of your options of what you can do with this particular file. You could turn it into an assignment. You can open with, so meaning opening it onto your actual device. You could download it onto your device. You can move it within the app. You can copy it. You can rename it. And you can delete it, or you can mark for offline access. Offline access will be a separate video, but essentially what offline access means right here is that you can access assignments and files to work offline, and then whenever you're next connected to the internet, any changes will automatically be synced. I'm going to select rename at this time, and I'm not going to name it anything fancy, just new doc, rename it, and you can see that now I have this new doc. There's one other feature that I wanted to point out. So again, if I select a file, I can open this up, I can see what the file name is, how large the file is, when it was last modified, and then I can also add in a comment here that is associated with that particular file. All of these files can be sorted. So if you drop down this menu, you can sort by the date that these items were added. You can also sort by their file type and categorize the different types of files you have in here. And the default is to sort by name. Notice that your assignments and your folders will be before your actual files. The last point that I want to emphasize here is that the My File section can often get very cluttered and confusing, and so I really recommend that you keep this as organized as is comfortable for you and as is necessary. So what I can do is I can actually do what we call nest a folder, and that's to put a folder within another folder. Probably what you do on your computer to organize all of your files. So if I select this storage folder, right click, I can add a new folder, and this new folder will be a subfolder to that original folder. And so now subfolder is inside my storage folder. So that's the short version of My Files. Stay tuned for more on Windows and eBackpack.